Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I am going to be doing a reading and energy update for the collective. So we're going to be channeling into both the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy field. We both have a balance, whether you identify as a divine feminine or divine masculine. We contain a balance of each energetic polarity, so do keep in mind that you might find that these messages apply to your internal masculine or internal feminine, or they could equally apply to an external love situation. I just saw the number 111, a major number of alignment to get us started with this reading. So I also want to say while I'm shuffling that I do tend to channel many different people, situations, and connections. So only take from these readings what, if anything, resonates with you personally, because at the end of the day, it's really your intuition. And that is your truest guidance. And it's really my only goal through these readings to reconnect you with that intuitive voice within yourself. And right away, we have the World card in the upright position. And another card just flew out here. The next card is Blossoming Abundance in the reverse position. So with Blossoming Abundance reverse coming out here, I'm picking up right away that you might be feeling as though certain things about your physical 3D reality are slowing down. I spoke in a recent Instagram post, which, by the way, if you do want to follow me there, my Instagram is at Magnetize Yourself. But in a recent post, I spoke on how time might be feeling as though it's moving a bit differently. And particularly with this card coming out, it might feel as though in your physical 3D reality, things are slowing down or not moving forward into physical manifestation the way that you would like, or the way that perhaps that ego aspect of yourself is really wanting to see. However, you should know that if it feels as though things are moving slowly in your physical world, your soul wants you to know that there is really rapid expansion and major transformation taking place beneath the surface, because the World card really speaks to that soul expansion. I'm hearing you're being taken to the next level. For some reason, I'm also picking up this bit of a side message for someone who may have found it difficult recently to really put down roots or attachments, either romantically, platonically, in work situations, in other environments. You might be struggling to really put down roots or really deeply connect with other people around you. And if that is the case for whoever I'm speaking to here, I feel that this is for a divine reason. I feel that your spirit guides are potentially keeping you temporarily detached from certain people, things, situations in your physical 3D world that might distract from the deeper level spiritual work, or might kind of reattach you to specific timelines or trajectories in 3D, when you are meant to be this timeline traveler, when you are meant to be undergoing these really profound energetic shifts right now. So I'm going to pull an emotion card for you as well. Releasing guilt and releasing grief are coming out here. I feel that there may be a particular person around you or who's been around you in the past. This could be romantically, platonically, a family member, and I also feel I might just be speaking to a small group of people here. But for whoever I'm speaking to here, it feels like this is someone that you felt overly responsible for. And in fact, you may have feared that in choosing your soul's highest expansion, you were in some way abandoning this connection or this person. And at the same time, I do sense that although you had to create space with this person I'm hearing to protect your dream or to protect your energy, to allow you to get to this next level of expansion, you might have felt a lot of grief around this situation, because I do sense a really deep love for this person. And again, there is some heaviness here, a sense of almost guilt or obligation to somehow keep taking this person with you. But something about this connection became very heavy. And we have hold your vision, fixed moon, stand your ground. It feels like whoever I'm speaking to here, again, this feels like something that could be very specific to a group of people. But whoever this is, I just felt this wave of really intense emotion, because it's been really difficult to hold your boundaries and to hold your ground with this particular person. This does feel like it could have possibly been a romantic connection for some of you listening, because I am getting some of that sacral chakra energy, which can speak to intimacy. This does feel like, regardless of whether it was romantic, someone that you had a really deep bond with, and yet something about your connection with this person required you to set boundaries, to pull away, to hold your ground around something, particularly door to value reversed and financial constraints in the upright position. When the financial constraints card has come up in recent readings, I've really been taking it to speak not just to finances, but really more generally to patterns of limiting belief systems, limiting thoughts, keeping us trapped. And what I see here is that when you were more 3D connected in with this person, I'm hearing they didn't realize what they had until it was gone, or they didn't really see your value and worth. For some reason, I keep hearing that you gave this person multiple chances to reevaluate their actions and to see your value and worth. I'm hearing benefit of the doubt. So you may have given this person the benefit of the doubt. And the state of California is coming out here, so that's from my love word scramble. That might be specific to someone, but do keep in mind that whenever I channel specific names, locations, dates, or details, these are typically especially for just a few people, so don't worry if those don't resonate with you. But what I am really strongly seeing here collectively is someone who was incapable of seeing your value, and because of this, I'm hearing you kept each other stuck in these lower vibrational holding patterns. I'm feeling that sadness again, because I feel that this person holds a piece of you that perhaps they're always going to hold, even if you've moved forward from this person. So it puts you in a really complex situation, because you're aware that this person's always going to have, I wanted to say a piece of your heart, but it's a lot deeper than that. It's almost like this person holds a piece of your soul. And yet this connection felt or became more like a responsibility, more like an obligation, and caused you a lot of stress. When you were with this person specifically, it may have been difficult to eat or sleep. I don't know why I'm getting that for someone specifically. We just have rest and rejuvenation reversed. So It feels like this connection really kept you in a state of stress. And now your spirit guides are telling you, I just keep seeing that overarching Moonology card, hold your vision, hold your ground. And perhaps why this is coming up, and I'm seeing the number 333, meaning you're very divinely surrounded and protected at this moment in time. But I feel the reason this hold your vision card is coming out so strongly is because, with sacral chakra reversed, you're feeling a really strong pull back to this person. It feels like an internal battle within yourself, like a fight. I'm hearing a fight for your freedom, a fight. I'm hearing someone say, I have to fight every day to protect my energy, to hold my ground, to hold my peace, to protect the new version of the person that I am becoming. But sometimes it's so difficult because it's almost like sometimes you feel this desire that comes out of nowhere to make yourself small again in order to reconnect with this person, or that temptation is there. And it is because the bond between you is so strong, but your spirit guides keep admonishing you, don't shrink yourself to fit into places you've outgrown, as that old saying goes. With deceit reversed, you've had to face the truth here about this person and situation. I feel like setting boundaries with this person or walking away from them has possibly been the hardest thing that you've ever done. It feels like something that has been quite literally a battle that happens mostly within yourself. And I also feel that people around you may struggle to understand why you feel such a pull to this person, why you feel such an attraction, a draw back to this person after everything that's happened. We have deceit reversed again, speaking to the fact that in the physical world, it feels like the universe gave you clear signs that it was time to go, that it was time to walk away. But your guides are saying these signs came to you because you were ready to walk away at a deeper soul level. And in fact, I don't know who this is for. This might just be for a few people, but when you were with this person more in 3D, things may have happened behind your back. There may have been deceit or situations that you did not find out about until later, or maybe that you never found out about, just suspected. But it feels like for a while you never really got clear signs about this person or clear proof. I keep hearing something about proof or evidence. And so you waited. I feel like you waited because there was still growth to be had with this person. There was still evolution. I'm hearing you're still on the fastest route. We reference that line a lot, like a GPS system telling you, okay, this might not feel like the ideal situation, but the reason it's so hard to leave is because right now this is still the fastest route to your soul's most efficient and highest evolution. But there came a time when this was actually restricting you more than it was benefiting you, a time when I feel a new path opened up for you. The signs at that moment were just so clearly put in your face, and it pushed you to make a choice that was very difficult. But it pushed you at that moment to make that choice because that's when you were ready. And ultimately, this choice to open yourself up to this new possibility, this new life, this new opportunity that presented itself to you has and is going to continue to bring a lot of balance, a lot of peace. It's going to restore a lot of well-being into your life with Angel of Balance in the upright position. And equally, it's actually balancing out this person energetically and this connection as well, because the connection that you had with this person was highly unbalanced. And by calling your power back and opening yourself up to new opportunities, I keep wanting to say to new timelines, it feels like you took some kind of a jump when you realized the truth about this person or situation, when you felt that clarity, when you saw those signs, you took some kind of a jump that was the most challenging decision you've ever made. But again, the reason that all of this from your past is now coming up in this reading, whoever I'm speaking to, is because there's almost like this urgent message coming through from your guides to hold your ground. They feel that at times maybe you felt tempted back by this person or situation. You felt yourself looking back. And I feel them saying, you cannot go back. It's energetically impossible for you to shrink after you've already expanded. You took the expansion, you took the leap. You have evolved as a result of exiting this situation. That's what I'm getting most strongly from this reading right now. So, wow, very powerful messages coming through. I really hope that this reading is reaching whoever needed to hear it. I do feel like most of you connecting with this will be divine feminines, so I will most likely put that somewhere in the title so you can more easily find this video. However, this person you are connecting with that you've left behind, this very much is carrying a masculine or divine masculine energy. And this has been coming through in some of my recent readings as well. So I'm sure, and of course, we get yin yang reverse. So my guides are telling me that for many of you, this is a twin flame situation that you've exited in 3D, meaning you have in 3D created distance between yourself and this person. You've set some kind of boundary. And in doing so, you've opened yourself up to this brand new timeline and allowed yourself to expand fiercely, confidently, courageously into a place that now it's like those doors behind you are shut. You can't undo your own expansion. I'm hearing you can't unsee what you've seen about the truth of this person and this connection. In the ways in which in the past connecting with each other in the way that you were previously in 3D, which was actually keeping each other stuck in these lower vibrational holding patterns. And particularly when it came to you, it was holding you back from reaching this next level of expansion. Now I'm hearing your guides say that they would have been patient with you, meaning you didn't have to take that leap right when you did, but you did because you were ready. Because you had healed and done your work enough to open up that new timeline, that new possibility for yourself. So in the extended version of today's reading on Patreon, I will be channeling more information and details about this whole situation that we've been channeling through this reading. Any other guidance messages that want to come through from your guides or higher self, as well as how your exit from this situation in 3D is actually bringing balance to you, to your life, opening up new possibilities and balancing out your interconnection to this masculine and balancing his energetic body as well. So the link to those extended messages is in the pinned comment and description box under the video. Okay, so we have the contract card in the upright position. So you've spent a lot of, I keep hearing, the past several years, for some of you this could be decades, clearing a lot of really dense energy. You incarnated on a very challenging soul path in this life because you are an ancient and very powerful spiritual being, and you had the capability, the potential to be able to clear this level, this depth of karma. And some of this, I keep hearing family karma. So I feel for some of you, much of this karma was actually related to your physically incarnated human family here on earth. But a lot of this seems to be triggered by this masculine as well. So it could have been karmic patterns collectively that were triggered through this connection to the masculine. This also could have been family patterns that were actually triggered within each of you. It's like your connection may have actually triggered family karmic wounding and patterns that you may have not realized you were holding or your family's line was holding. And equally, I see that family karmic pattern clearing occurring for the masculine that you were and are connected to as well. So I want to know what kinds of karmic patterns. Ooh, okay, so I just got this major download for you as well. I'm seeing the contract card and the cornucopia card. The contract card is the 666 card, the card number 6. The cornucopia card is the 11 card, representing the number 1111, of course, which is a powerful number of manifestation. What I'm getting is, wow, this is a big message, you guys, for whoever this is for. This is powerful. It's almost as though your life could be broken up into two major parts, although I do feel you have potentially done quite a bit in your life or had many different kinds of people in your life. Overarching thematically, theme-wise, it feels like the beginning of your life was extremely challenging. It's represented by this contract card energy. It feels like in the beginning of your life, you chose to incarnate. I'm hearing to hit the ground running as a soul incarnated in this physical body, immediately entering very challenging circumstances, very limiting belief systems that had already carried a lot of momentum that your parents may have begun unconsciously implanting into you from a very young age around money, around love, relationships, body image, whatever it was for you personally. It feels like right away you picked up a lot of really heavy belief systems, and I'm hearing it hasn't always been easy. And in fact, I don't know why I keep seeing this, but I keep seeing a young child in elementary school in their early school-aged years, seeing their peers experiencing certain forms of happiness or freedom or play in their lives that it just felt almost foreign to you to see this, because you came in instantaneously experiencing all of this lack, whether it was literal financial lack or just a lack mentality about career, about life in general, about love. It feels like you never really had a true childhood or never really had a chance to fully play and be free and enjoy your life. I feel like there may have been glimpses of that here and there, but it was never really consistent. The word anxiety is coming out. So you may have been someone who, because of all of this momentum of these heavy, low vibrational patterns that you incarnated into, it was very, very challenging to remain optimistic. And I'm hearing breaking points. So it feels like at some point, first of all, I'm getting that in spite of all of this, you have been what others might call a hopelessly romantic or hopelessly optimistic person. It feels like you've never fully given up hope. You've, in fact, had this spirit about you that others admired, that they were drawn to, that provided others a kind of hope and comfort. You never stopped believing that there was good in the world. You never stopped believing that the dreams you had always held in your heart would one day come true. And yet, there was this breaking point I'm seeing in your life where many things came crumbling or crashing down. I'm hearing all at once, so it may have felt like an avalanche of things, and I feel like you may have hit a point where things became very dark, and this represents the pinnacle of that contract card energy, by the way. But what your guides want you to know is none of this was by accident. You have done your inner work. You have been through the heaviness. You've cleared your karma. You have healed yourself in so many ways. And yes, healing is never 100% done. We are always healing in the sense that we are always growing and evolving and expanding. It's just the nature of who we are as souls. But for you, Divine Feminine, this is meant to be your manifestation era, your 1111 era, the era where you start to see all of those dreams you've held within you for so long finally become reality. The era where you finally get to experience the love, the joy, the freedom, and the peace that you felt denied when you were younger, potentially even when you were a child. And I see that you are coming into such radiance, such a beautiful alignment with the temple path upright, with your highest version of self. And what this is creating for you is I just keep hearing a portal. Like this is a portal you are stepping through into the next chapter, because this chapter so far, if you think of your life, I guess, as being broken up into these two parts or two chapters. I know books typically have a lot more than two chapters, but it feels like the first chapter was contract. It was karma. It was heavy energy. It was inner work. It was ego death. But now you are turning a page, and I am picking up that you've been sensing this major change taking place within you energetically. And I'm going to put that somewhere in the thumbnail or title, because I feel that that is going to be part of why or how you are drawn to this reading. Because at some level, even if you aren't fully yet seeing it in the physical 3D world, you know that this is your glow era. This is your radiance era, your peace era, your manifestation era. And so in the extended version of the reading, I'm going to continue channeling into this energy around what you are stepping into, because it does feel really powerful how this new beginning is showing up for you, specifically in career, life path, or finances, and also how it is showing up for you in love, because I feel that these themes, this theme of shifting out of these very heavy contract, obligation, responsibility energies into this lightness, this abundance energy, it feels like that has reflected and is reflecting in every aspect of your life, including, of course, your life purpose, your general life path, but also in your relationships. I see you really opening up to beautiful connections and experiences. So I'm going to be channeling more on that in the Patreon reading. The link to that is under the video in the pinned comment and description box. So to close this reading here on YouTube, I'm going to pull one final card for you from the Rumi Oracle deck. So what is one final message here? Blood Angel. This is the number 7 card. So I'm going to just channel a little bit from the guidebook here. In the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. Stepping down from the clouds, it glanced at me like a falcon that hunts a bird and steals it away. It captured me and flew back to infinite space. As I looked for myself, I could not find me, for my body had become all soul in the tenderness of love. The 9 spheres of heaven dissolved in that moon as the ship of my existence drowned in the sea of love. This oracle of the Blood Angel comes to you with a particular message. You are being given gift of more life. You may experience this as growth, expansion, more energy, more life force, or divine electricity circulating through your system. The blood angel understands that in the greater gift of life, which enables a soul to live more of its essence, becoming a more palpable divine presence upon this earth, there are many unavoidable experiences. One of these is that there will be more sunsets to counter the increase in your sunrises. This is about balance. When opening up to receive more, one needs to empty out what has been to allow for a new influx of energy. It is not about an exchange of what has been to allow for a new influx of energy. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself, and thus even more shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. However, release must take place. Balance is the natural law. The sunset makes way for a time of night. That might be the darkness of grief or the stirring of unknown places within that only reveal themselves in clarity the following morning. Being ready to endure the sunset and the night, to become ready to receive the sunrise, and with it more life, is your divine task now. Why is this coming to you? You are ready for it. And this feels like the most powerful line. You have outgrown what has been, and it cannot satisfy your soul anymore. So a huge thank you to all of you who are here co-creating this reading and all of these videos as well. I am so grateful to all of you. And if anything here did resonate with you, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. Also, if you do feel resonance here with this reading, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel if you feel guided to do so. As an added benefit of subscribing, it does allow me to pick up more easily on your energy as you become more of a co-creator here on this channel. So I will be able to channel more specifically for you in future reading videos as well. You can follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, and of course, the link to the extended reading is under the video. I am sending you so much love, wishing you a beautiful start to your week, and I will talk to you again in the next reading.